Hey guys, Rockingtheblade here once again. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the RTB Podcast. I know a lot has happened in terms of gaming news and movie news, so let's just cut right to the chase, shall we? The first being about the director of the Gambit movie, which you probably don't know, guys, but I'm a huge. Besides Nightcrawler, Gambit's one of my favorite X-Men because I like how for some of the X-Men cards, I like how you're smooth and suave. And also a badass, with his staff and throwing cards, which also could turn into, explosive bombs. But I thought that was amazing. I thought he was cool, a cool character. And I found out he's gonna be in a movie, and I'm like, oh shit! I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I mean, I'm so excited, for Gambit to have his own movie, and it's starring Channing Tatum, which he has proven himself. He's been in G.I. Joe, 21 Jump Street. Magic Mike for the ladies out there, though I haven't seen it personally. But he's been in a lot of good movies, and he's more improved, so he's a good actor. A damn good actor. So I'm really happy to hear that he's going to be in the Gambit movie. But that movie was plagued with so many problems. Like, I haven't seen so many problems for a movie since Ant-Man. And the story of Ant-Man, because the director had a falling out with Kevin Feige in terms of his vision, so he kept trying, and there was a mission for Kevin Feige. He kept because Kevin Feige was trying to find a new director for Ant-Man, and director after director after director after director just kept turning him down. Finally, he got his best friend director. His name is Andy Reid, I believe his name is. I could be wrong. To finally direct the Ant-Man movie. Because holy shit, it seems like at this point that Ant-Man is going to fall flat in his face and be a disaster. Because it just seems like. I mean, they could find a director, and finally they found one, and that was just hell. It seemed like the movie's just going to fall apart, and it's amazing. As good as that movie, I think people were surprised not only how good the movie is, how surprised. I think people were mostly surprised how good the movie was, considering how much hell was going on behind the scenes. I mean, it was going like it was a lot of shit that was preventing that could have made this movie into a disaster, kind of like how Fantastic Four is going to sources, but it ended up being one of those rare movies despite all the disasters behind the scenes. It pushed out a pretty damn good Marvel movie in my opinion. Another movie you should check out, which I haven't seen personally, but I didn't see the movie in the making of the movie, Apocalypse Now, which I heard that also had a lot of onset problems, and even that turned out to be another masterpiece besides Ant-Man. And so I need to definitely check that movie out. So there's another good example of that. And it just seems like Gambit is going through those same problems. Because first Channing Tatum didn't like the salary he was getting. They renegotiated it. Then they got it. Then the director had creative problems with the studio. And then everything seemed fine. And then all of a sudden, he left. Then he just leaves. And I'm like, oh my god, what is going like problem after problem keeps happening with this Gambit movie. It's like it's never gonna happen. Jesus. And now he left to now he's gonna do but I think the good news is DC Warner Bros. Snatched him up, gave him creative freedom because now he's gonna direct Justice League Dark. I don't know too much about it. If you want to write in the comments section below what it's about. I don't know nothing about Justice League Dark. I've heard of them. I know one of the members is Constantine, I believe, but I don't know what they do, what they're about. I'm assuming they're good guys since they have the word Justice League in their title. I'm sure they do with like maybe the supernatural stuff. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing here, but but he is going to do the live action film for that because I believe the Warner Bros. Will give him creative freedom to do the film how he wants. Unlike Gambit, which I believe he wanted creative freedoms, and I believe the studio was bumping head on the vision, and then he decided just to leave and do that instead. So now the studio's trying to scramble to get a new director, and it is like just, oh my god, is this a fucking mess? It's a fucking mess. I just hope for the best for this movie because at this point, I think it's gonna be nothing but a disaster because it is just like, wow, it is amazing how it's falling apart the way it is. I mean, I hope for the best. I'm hoping it's still gonna be an excellent movie, and they find a good director replacement because at this point, it looks like it might not even happen because of just lack of a director. I mean. Hopefully, maybe they can get I don't know Bryan Singer to do it. I know he did. I know he just came off of Apocalypse, which might be a pretty damn good X-Men movie. Maybe they can have him do it. I mean, at least I know it's X-Men, but at least it's on one character. But I don't know. Maybe he's burned out on X-Men. I don't know. I mean, I hope maybe or maybe Matthew Vaughn the guy who did First Class and Kings, so maybe have him come back and do Gambit. I mean, I'm just throwing some names out there, you know. Let's see what they can do. All right, let's move to the next big controversy, and that is No Man's Sky, or other people are calling it One Man's Lie. Now, I know what you're wondering. What do you mean, Rockingtheblade? What do you mean by One Man's Lie? Well, I haven't played the game personally, but I've seen a lot of footage. I've seen a lot of gameplay promises, like oh, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, this, that, and the other, and then some. And all those things never happened, or scaled down, taken out, or they're just scrapped altogether. Case in point, it's very rare, but you can meet other players. And when these two people were live streaming on the day on launch, they happened to find the same planet. They happened to be on the same planet together. They could not find one another at all. That's another lie. And then another one was where you can get different ships from different races. That's another lie. Plus, you can't go back to previous planets. You can't see warring factions, and you can't really decide who to fight with. You have to fight against the pirates constantly. You can't decide to join with them or go against it, or whatever. Is this when you get to also the spoiler alert? By the way, if you don't want to hear this, click away now. I'm spoiling the game. If you get to the center of the Earth, because the goal of No Man's Sky is to get to the center of the universe, and there's this big, awesome reveal when you finally get there. Well, guess what? It's nothing. As soon as you get there, it just goes to end credits. It just ends. And the guy tried it. There's a guy, YouTuber out there, or YouTuber/gamer, who tried it 11 times. Same ending. Black credits. So it's just like, oh my god, it's become, and it's fair to say, the new alien colonial marines, in terms of presenting this game, presenting one thing that's supposed to look like this, but it ended up turning out to be something else. Now, if you want more in detail, what I'm talking about, more in detail, what he promised and what was shown and what the actual game, definitely check out two videos: Angry Joe's review on No Man's Sky and the Jimquisition and a video from Jim Sterling on the Jimquisition. He also did a video on the controversy of what was taken out and whatnot. Definitely check those two videos out. More Angry Joe, because he shows all different clips and things that were, supposed to be in the game that didn't happen. Jim was in it too, but Joe really shows the details. This thing didn't happen. This thing didn't happen. This thing that didn't happen. So he's getting a lot, and Happy Games is getting a lot of shit, and they deserve it, because look. Let me say this. I know now stuff doesn't make the final cut. There's things that, for example, in BioShock Infinite, it was an excellent game, but there were some things that were scenes that were altered or changed or weren't in the final product. Maybe it was because of lack of time, or they didn't like the flow or the story was going with that situation. Or elements. So they changed. So they moved it out. So they changed and moved it out because maybe lack of power or whatever. So they moved it out and They moved it out or changed it, and they moved it out or changed it, so it could fit with the story and the narrative, and that's fine as long as the game is great. If you can't put all the things you promised, that's fine, but at least replace it with something that's just as good, if not better, or delay the game again to give yourself more time to put those things in there. Because when you go to talk shows, and you can do this, you can do that, and you can do this, and then when people get the game and want to experience it, they get something else, they're gonna get upset, and rightfully so. And I can't blame people for getting upset at No Man's Sky for lying to them, because I see the footage of Alien Colonial Marines. The original footage looked amazing, intense, and a game that I want to play, but I never got that game because what we got instead is a giant piece of doo-doo. It was a giant piece of shit, and it was bad. It was bad. It was buggy, terrible. None of the cool things that were there were either not there or taken out, or any combination of the three, two or three. the game that was shown at the E3 footages wasn't the final game we got. And it's the same thing here with No Man's Sky. Yeah, there were some things that remained there, like exploration and travel. But here's the thing, and travel and stuff. And look, here's the thing: if you love this game, if you really enjoy it, then God bless you. At least you're getting your money's worth, and and whatnot. At least you're enjoying it, so that's good for you. But you gotta understand at the same time, you were lied to. I'm gonna let you know, as a YouTuber, you were lied to. You were promised all these incredible things, and it never happened. Even I was interested in trying out the game, but then when I saw the backlash and all these big promises that it would bring the game, and it didn't happen, it's like, what's up? And even then, like, he's trying to defend it, or like, oh, it's still there, or, he's like, oh, there'll be no more paid DLC, and then I just paid DLC gonna come in the near future. Maybe to add those things, I don't know, but like, here's the thing. I think a lot of people agree with me on this when you say, if this game was like between $15 and $20, nobody would have cared. Nobody would have cared. It would be like, yeah, I mean, it's not the best game in the world, but at least it's the price. It's asking for the price that it's asking for the price it's asking for. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's worth the price of what this game is. But when you charge AAA prices, we expect AAA results. We want all the things that was promised, and then some, and rightfully so, because $60 is not cheap. I said this is especially in this economy where people are cutting back constantly. I mean, it's not cheap. You know what I'm saying? And games are not a need; it's just a necessity. And the thing is, this is a huge gaming market, and you need to understand, like, they're not the only ones that are doing these type of games. Like, if someone does it better than you, they'll jump ship and go to that product. And this is how it is. So, happy games in the future. You guys need to release what you promise. You can't promise all these things, then don't deliver it and expect people to buy your next game, because then people will be very leery and buy the game and might suffer Assassin's news, because Assassin's Creed Syndicate came out. The first week sales were terrible because nobody was buying it, because they're waiting for the guinea pigs to buy to see if it was going to run well. And once people saw, oh, it is not a buggy mess like Unity was, then they bought it. But, but then they bought it. So then, so then they bought it. And it's not the first time games, were taken out online, or people lied to take things out. Like, let's say, Alien Core Marines, Watch Dogs with its incredible graphics. And then there's the only thing they lied about, the graphics, ultimately. Excuse me. How it was supposed to look like this, beautiful, ended up being not as good as it was advertised. But even then, the main character was bland. The world and what you can do was amazing and fun. I'm glad Ubisoft saw that, and enough people. I'm glad Ubisoft saw that, and enough fans bought the game to get it a sequel, because it is a fun game still, despite the fact they lied about was mainly just graphics. So, but that's how it starts. You can't lie about stuff, and then in Core Marines they did all this cool stuff with all this gameplay, and it never happened, and never happened, and we got a completely different game. And now No Man's Sky, promising all these things, and it never happened. These game companies, you cannot expect to do these things and not experience any consequences. Look what happened with Syndicate. The first week scales were terrible, and it might be, and in this case, it might be worse because no one might buy your game considering how you burned them last time. Probably seeing all this stuff and then getting a completely different game. I understand things had to be cut out and due to budget or maybe story flow, but at least keep most of it there, or at least replace it with something better. Because when you do stuff like that, you lose, credibility, respect, and most of, I believe it's the same thing. I apologize, but most importantly, your fans, your diehard fans that love and respect you, will not love and respect you or trust you anymore to buy your next game. Because, Grant, I know, you're just in it for the money, and rightfully so. But you gotta respect the consumer. You gotta give them what they want. There's no different than Like, say you're going to see Batman vs Superman, and instead of Batman vs Superman fighting each other, it's Howard the Duck versus Goofy. I'm like, this is not what they advertise. We expect Batman vs Superman, not Howard the Duck and Goofy fighting each other. So I think it'd be funny to see Goofy being Batman and Howard the Duck being Superman. I don't know. It'd be funny to see. I can see. The method that now is pretty hilarious. But you get my point. Like, they promised one thing, and we got something different. Not or wasn't there at all. So it's like, at the end of the day, game companies, you cannot lie, and you think you can get with it. Like I keep saying, I know I'm repeating myself, but this can cause a gaming crash. Because if you keep lying and promising things and don't deliver, guess what? People are gonna not buy your games anymore. And then you're going to experience big trouble, and pretty soon you will go out of business. And granted, Happy Games, they make profit, and No Man's Sky is a success, but their sequel game, however, I doubt is going to experience the same success considering what they did with No Man's Sky. At the end of the day, Happy Games, you guys are not innocent at all. What you did was very, very wrong and very careless. In my opinion, you guys should just delayed the game to put the stuff there, because at the end of the day, people of the internet do not forget. Case in point, that one famous running back from the Vikings who beat the crap out of his kid, and he posted an Instagram or Facebook, Twitter pic saying, "I'm secretly Donatello," and he got spammed and with Twitter accounts like, "Oh yeah, remember that episode of Donatello where he beats up his kid?" Yeah, he got a lot of shit for it. So, and what I'm trying to say, you guys, the internet may forgive, may or may not forgive, but trust me on this, they will not forget, and they will let you know that for sure. So, No Man's those Happy Games next time, when you promise features to be there, fucking it better be there, because you will not survive, and you will go out of business. For sure. I guarantee it. Or any game company that promises something that takes it out. Or at least explain why. So I'm saying, or why it's taken out, and or at least replace, or at least explain why it's been taken out, or at least explain, it's been replaced with something else, or at least explain why it's not there. Because if you just like pretend, and keep hyping even to the day of that it's gonna be there and it's not there, people are gonna get upset, and I can't blame them for being like that. Okay, and the final one this podcast, and I can't believe we're talking about this again, because I just addressed this not too long ago with No Man's Sky fans. Now I'm talking to Final Fantasy 15 fans. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you? Honestly, because, like I said before to No Man's Sky fans, do you want another Assassin's Creed Unity? Do you want your game to be buggy as hell and not function and work? Or another Battlefield 4 where it crashes and all your hard work and all your hard work and all your hard work and things that you've done in the story mode gets deleted because it wasn't ready? I mean, do you want that shit? Honestly, do you want that shit? I highly doubt you want that. I mean, it's the same shit all over again. An independent website. I forgot the name of the website. Jim Quisition also talked about this. The Final Fantasy fans acting stupid. You can check that video as well. He mentions the website. It was an up and coming website. I thought it was a big website that said that their sources said that Final Fantasy is going to be delayed. It's going to be delayed. So that way they can when they release it, it'll be nice and ready to go. Them creators got death threats like you wouldn't believe. It's like No Man's Sky all over again. Because it's so dumb. Why would they lie about something? Because all Square Enix has to do is send an email to them or say on the Twitter that's a lie. We're coming on schedule, and that's it. They get to release it that same day and just killing that article. They're not doing it for clicks. If they have good sources and they believe their gut's telling them to go for it, they're gonna go for it. And even Kotaku talked to help this poor side out. Talked to their sources and also got the same thing that yes, they will get. It's gonna be delayed. and they got death threats. And then of course, finally, when Final Fantasy announced that it will be delayed, guess what happened next? Yes, death threats. Over a fucking video game, guys. Come on. Grow up, man. Look, I love video games more than the next person. I do. But I'm not going to fucking kill someone over it or get impatient because it's not ready. Be patient. That is life. Life sucks. And then you die, to quote Vince McMahon. But life sucks. You're going to have to wait. It's just how it is. I mean, it's just a fucking game. If you can't handle this shit, you're not ready for life. I'm sorry. You're not ready for life. Life is full of excitement and fulfillment and joy, but life's going to kick you in the nuts. There's going to be misery and pain and suffering. And also life has, and in those situations, you have to be patient. Because if you act like this, people will consider you insane. Because if you can't handle a simple game delay, you're not ready for life. I'm sorry, you're just not. There's more important things to life than a fucking video game. I shouldn't have to tell you this, but that's how it is, man. Grow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not we're talking about political issues or how we should run our country or all those more important stuff. How to end world hunger. Yeah, we're threatening people because they want to make the game want your game to be more of a smooth experience, and you want to give them death threats because of that. You know what? Fuck you. You're nothing but an immature prick. And Final Fantasy or no one that matter wants your fandom. I don't want fans like that. Or I think no one does. You needed to learn fucking patience. That's just how it is. I mean, Jesus Christ, guys. I remember back in the day when a game got delayed. Remember back in the day in my generation, when a game got delayed. I mean, yeah, people get, oh man, this fucking sucks. And I'm like, oh well, at least they're working on the game. But I mean, people complain, oh man, oh shucks. It's like, well, at least when it comes out, we'll know it'll run fine because they're taking time to make sure we have a smooth experience. But when you're threatening people for doing their job, it's like, what the fuck, man? What is wrong? Are you high? Are you serious? Come on, guys. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. I know I keep repeating myself, but like I said, it's just a game, guys. I'm sure it's going to be amazing when it comes out. Based on the demo I played, which I did at first impressions if you want to check out. It looks like to be like a fun time. But you guys need to learn patience. You need to learn to wait. Because, like I said before, life is going to be full of disappointments. Life is going to piss you off. And there's going to be worse situations where delays or things you have to wait for happens. It happens. It's life. Life has its good moments, but equally enough, it has its bad moments. That's just how life is. Like the old saying goes, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. I'm sorry. In this case, it's a nasty lemon that you've been given because, it's been delayed. But make it to lemonade, drink some, be patient, and sit back and be patient. Besides, there's other great games that play out there. I'm pretty sure you guys haven't played Fallout 4 yet, or The Witcher 3, which I haven't played Witcher 3. I'm still playing Fallout 4. It's still fun. There's the Deus Ex game, which I thought was coming out later, but it's out now. I'm hearing nothing but positive reviews. The lowest I've seen was a 7, but the highest I've seen was a 9. So, Deus Ex Mankind Divided came out. The new King of Fighters game came out. There's a lot of great games to play right now to occupy your time till that game comes out. And if you want some recommendations, like if you have a Wii U, Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem, or for PlayStation, there's still Phantom Pain or Mortal Kombat X or Injustice. If you want, that's a good game to play if you're a fighting game fan. Uncharted 4's out. You know what I'm saying? There's so many. There's others. Doom. There's a lot of games you can play and buy to hold you off until it comes out. Look, I'm excited for it too. I think it'll put Final Fantasy back on the map again. But you have, I know I'm repeating myself, but you have to learn patience. Because, like I said, that's just how life is. It's just how it is. There's other great games and there's other great options in other great games. You know what I'm saying? Because when you threaten someone for doing their job, because here's the thing. Let's say fuck it, we're gonna release it now. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be excited. But then if it's a buggy fucking mess, guess what? It's gonna be your fucking guy's fault for being impatient, and you have no right. And if that happens, you have no one to blame but your fucking selves because you want it now. You can't rush art. It's just in my opinion, these video games are art, and you can't rush it. This is how it is. All right, guys. I'm sorry for that rant, but these things need to be said. It's common sense. I shouldn't have to tell you this. It's like when you cross the street, you look both ways. When you wake up every morning, brush your teeth because you have morning breath. It's the same thing. When a game's delayed, yeah, you can be mad and upset about it, but just shrug it off, play the games you have now, and just be patient and wait. You know what I'm saying? It's that thing. Like I keep repeating myself. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's life. This is how it is. You just gotta be patient, man. Well, I mean, what's the fucking point of acting like that? Because like I said before, if they do release it now and it's a buggy mess, we have no one to blame but ourselves for being impatient. Just be patient. Alright, again, guys, I'm sorry. That just needed to be said. So, well, that's it for the episode of the RTB Podcast. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below about what you think. Do you think there'll be a new Gambit director? What do you think about Justice League Dark being directed by the Gambit director? Do you believe No Man's? Are you upset about No Man's Sky? Are you enjoying it? Are you upset? Are you gonna get a refund and a whole? What do you think about this whole Final Fantasy fiasco? You think fans are in the right to do this, or you think they're in the wrong to do this? I love to hear your guys' thoughts on the matter. I love to hear your guys' thoughts on the matter. Thank you for watching my video. Please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, this is Rockingtheblade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Peace out, guys.